Okay, it says we're live. So if you're watching on YouTube, scrub ahead till you see some stuff start happening. I'm going to get my other computer set up. And I have a question for you guys. Last week, did you guys notification where it sends you the little link at the bottom of your computer screen? Were those links not working for anybody else? I'm just curious. Because mine weren't working. They were all broken. Alright, getting a pop-out chat here. Hit that thumbs up on your way in. I even do it on my own. Alright, looks like I'm ready to go. Maybe. Check your quality. My quality is always not that great, but hi, Linda. All right, we're ready. I'm gonna do a oh, I forgot. Let me get out. I forgot to get the sheet protectors and stuff. Leave it to me. All right, there's one. All right, be right back. Okay. Hopefully that's all I'll need. If I need more, I'll have to go again. Hey, Lena. Lena, well, you'll know why I haven't written back, but I've been meaning to write you a message back because we were in the middle of a conversation and then I disappeared. And I know it's my bad, but I'll explain here in a few minutes. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about it, but I think I am going to. Hey, Dee Dee. I did draw along for a little while, but I just already put it away. They didn't come out good, I will say that. Yours were awesome. Mine were not that good. My heart just wasn't in it, I guess. So we're just giving people a few little minutes to pop in here. Otherwise, didn't do anything for Halloween, didn't decorate, didn't do anything. The only thing I did for Halloween that was Halloweenish, oh, and I was going to bind this too, so I'll do that. The only thing I did for Halloween was my last Inktober. So, hi, Kathy Arbor. Yeah, me too, Lena. Hi, Nana Mo. So, but that was my one and only Halloween anything. I mean, I didn't even buy a pumpkin this year. So, I pretty much suck. That's all I could say. Let me get my camera straight. That might be a good thing. Hey? I think I made it worse. Wait a minute. There's the mail truck again. Maybe he discovered that he has a box for me. Pumpkin is ace. It was fun to do. I just looked up pumpkin faces on, just did a Google search and drew off that. And I did get them all watercolored, so I don't know where I left off with you guys the last time. I know I hadn't done the crocus yet. I think it was the lily was the last one I showed. So I went ahead and got the rest of them watercolored. So it is truly done. I just got to bind it and clean it up a little bit. Hi, Rachel. This one's pretty. I like it. Didn't like the rose so much. I've done this one twice and haven't liked it either time. I did like the iris. That was fun. Easy. Hydrangea. I do actually love the hydrangea plants, so. Carnation. That one came out pretty good, I think. And then, Happy Halloween. So that's pretty much, thank you, Nanimo. That's pretty much where I'm at. Now I'm having like this, okay, what do I do now? Inktober's done, I got nothing to do. Maybe I'll clean my house. The Zentangles are fun, I have to say. I do enjoy those. And I have not put together a list for this month, so you guys tell me if you want to. I'm getting where I'm not crazy about, you know, I can certainly find 31 more, for sure. But, yeah. One thing about the list is it does keep me motivated. Hi, Almaris. No, Rachel, I am not going anywhere and cleaning. I'm lucky if I get mine done. I'm seriously considering hiring somebody to come in. I'm just not interested anymore, so I don't know. Anyway, so far I'm doing okay. But I think as the years go on, I'm going to get less and less interested. I don't think it's going to come back where I'm going, oh boy, I get to clean today. Yeah, that I don't think is going to happen. But one thing, I think it was a week ago last Saturday, and I told you guys last Monday that I was going to show you something, but I was cleaning upstairs, and I have like a, I hate to call it a shrine, but it really is a shrine to my mother. Hi, Sharon. And so I was getting all that stuff down and dusting it and cleaning it, running it through the dishwasher, and I found this book. Well, it's a little journal that I started in 1998 for my mother. So I'm just going to show you guys. I wrote a note to all the participants, and it says, I started this book for my mother. She's a stamp addict too. I've had a pretty rough year, and she's been my lifesaver. Yeah, I started this in 1998, so that would have been shortly after my husband got disabled. And it's too wet here, Kathy. I can't even go clean a garden. Anyway, I've had a pretty rough year, and she's been my lifesaver. The world needs more people like her. I know she'll love all your stamp art, and between us, we will respond. She doesn't know it yet. Please include your name and address. I'll thank you in advance for your participation and kindness. So this was mine. My mother loved Betty Boop. So this was my entry. It was number 1, and I did it in September of 98. And then it was just mailed off into the universe. And the first one was my pen pal, Lynn Snelling. And then she would mail it to somebody else. There was no list or anything, just mail it to the next person. So these are all the stamped images I got. And honestly, because so much was going on, then I actually did this and completely forgot about it. This one's embossed. And then my mother subsequently passed away. So that's why I still have it, is because Mother passed away and never got to see this. So, Mom, if you're watching, yeah, this was for you. And nobody put the dates on it, so I just have to kind of guess. That must have been around Thanksgiving. This was Christmas. I wish people had dated them. That one's really pretty. But I don't know any of these people. So I've been doing this stuff for a long, long time. Mother would have loved this one. She would have been out searching for that stamp, I promise you. Mother Mother would have loved that stamp because it's all cutesy and stuff. Happy 2000. So that's how long. I started this in 98, and here's one, Happy 2000. That's how long it took to get back to me. Would be cool to mail a thank you to them. You know, I may have at the time, Rachel. I may have done that. But that was funny that I found this in Mom's stuff. So I was going to show that to you guys. And then I got a card from... Oh, wait a minute. Kathy's here to pay Robert. Hang on. There'll be noise in the background. So anyway, yeah, I got a letter from Janice Johnson. Faith, love, and hope. The greatest of these is love. And then she wrote me a letter, just to say hi. She follows my stream. She can't always get here live. But she asked if I'm going to do the scavenger hunt again this year. And I hadn't really given it any thought. But the reason is, she said, I have a buttload of veggie stickers, stamps, and a fortune cookie. So just in case. So that kind of got me thinking about it. And chances are I am going to do the scavenger hunt. I think you guys like it and look forward to it. So yeah, look for that coming up. But Janice, yes, since you asked, and I will make sure vegetable stickers are on the list. So thanks for writing. And then I also got a card, and I can't, well, from Teresa Peterman. Look at that postage stamp. Oh, I love that. Hi, Jeanette. And she sent a card as always, and they're always so well done, you guys. If you've not ever gotten a card from Teresa, all I can say is they're so well done. They're layered, they're die cut, they're stitched, they're just so well done. And she leaves them blank so I can use them. So Teresa, as always, thank you for including me in your monthly card mailing. And I'm tickled to death that you got to see your family. In her letter, she explained that her family had come. So, and I know it's been really hard for shut-ins this last year and a half because of COVID and all this stuff. So I was tickled when I read that you had gotten to see your family. So hopefully we're all getting back to normal. Hi, Mindy. And I think that's all I had to show. I would love to be able to show a box of junk from Dee Dee, but the damn post office won't deliver it. They know I want it so bad, so I'm sure I'm being punished for some damn thing that I don't even know that I did wrong. Right? So today I thought I would make a journal cover for all of our postage stamp swap stuff, because I hate that you guys put so much effort, and I love the submissions so much, but I don't want to just put them in a box or something like that. So I thought, well, if I turn it into a journal, I can at least keep it on the shelf and know where it is, and yeah, occasionally look at it. So that's why I thought today I would do that. And I'm going to use the leather that I've used before. And I thought, and I was going to get you guys' input on this. 4 weeks and still waiting for mine to be delivered to Connecticut from Niagara Falls. Well, now, the international, I know they've been changing that and jacking with that, but this is literally from Georgia to Oklahoma. right? Like, they could get that done, you'd think, for all the billions of dollars. Don't even get me started. Hi, CB. I'm bitching as usual. Some things never change. So anyway, what I wanted, and this is where I want you guys' help. Should I do it more like, let me pull one that I've made so you can see what I'm talking about. Like this, where they're actually sewn in with multiple threads on the spine, because I like this wraparound cover like this, where it wraps around and then wraps around again. So I thought I would do that, and I could do that, or, and then do the elastic closure, or do I want to do it more like a traveler's notebook? And maybe if you guys have never seen one of these made, that would be a good thing, where I just have the elastic and the book slide in and out really easily. Now, I'll never probably take them out. See that, Rachel, that was the first question I asked myself. Are you going to add more to the little booklet? And I'm thinking I might. Okay, for example, that postage stamp on Teresa's envelope. Like this little guy. Hang on, I got to cover it up again. That one, I would like to take him off and keep him. Now, I have multiple places where I could keep him, but I think he would be very cool in this little book, or if I made more postage, right? So I don't know. I was going to ask for free advice from you monkeys. That's just in there. So feel free to give me your free advice, and then I'll decide if. Then use the elastic instead of the sewn in. Okay. I wonder, just thinking, okay, CB agrees with Rachel. Okay, so I could do a spine. And that's another thing, is I want kind of a solid spine, because I'm using, well, you know what? Well, no. You can tell I'm still thinking here. By the way, this is getting frightening. I'm starting to think like you. Don't do that, Rachel. Don't do that. I could put like 3 elastics in, because these are just page protectors that I cut down and then folded in half. And like some of them, for CBs, it worked out perfect. Where the leftover in the center, I'll just put this on there because it shows better, held the little stamps that she included. Not all of them will do that, but I was going to put, you know, a piece of black in there. All right. Just thinking. Okay. So it'll, and I cut the leather longer than I needed it. But the only thing I'm afraid of with the elastic is that the book's going to get wonky. But maybe we don't even care if it's wonky, right? And then it would fold around halfway like this one does. Only it'll be bigger. What do you guys think? All right. And then I'll have to cut the little pieces to go in too. And plus, see, I have, this is what's going to take longer, is I have all this still to add. So, all right. Let's go ahead and cut a few more. Well, Let's see how big this, I cut this one. Look, a ruler. Okay, 4 3/8 from the bottom. Because I want to do a layout. Can you glue a stiff spine to keep it from getting wonky? Well, CB, that's what I was wondering. If I took a piece of chipboard and put it in there, and then I would just cover it, because I still have some leftover, that I could just cover it either, you know, like that. So maybe that's probably where I should start. Wonky is good. It's yours. Well, wonky is good up to a point, Rachel. And then wonky makes me a little nervous. All right, let's do that. So I want another sheet protector, which I got one more out, which should hold the rest of what I need, right? So this is how I did the sheet protectors. So did you guys have a good Halloween? I didn't even realize it was Halloween until, like, I went to post my Inktober suede side up. Yeah, I think so too. And I do have a fuse tool, so if I want to make little compartments, I can do that. Does anybody else have the fuse tool? I bought it thinking it was going to be so cool, because I do like using sheet protectors for things to slide easy in and out. But I have to say, I'm a little disappointed in it. And maybe it's me. Maybe it's not the fuse tool. It could be me. And I measured from the bottom, and it was 4 3/8. So will the sheet protectors rip if sewing? Probably not. I'm going to move it up an 1/8 so I can make my little marks. Because I could go ahead and use this up here. We're going to try the fuse tool. But no, I don't think they would rip if you sew them. Especially if you kept your stitch width, you know, maybe 1/8 of an inch or something like that. Nothing better than a sharp X-Acto. You got the fuse tool, and it is dangerously hot. Yeah, see... Lena, did you, were you a little disappointed in its performance, I guess, is the best way to ask. I've only used it one time, and it was when I very first got it. I just played with it. But I have to say, yeah, I was a little disappointed in it. And I'm going to use black paper for the background, so let me grab a couple of sheets of black paper. So I don't know, I got to figure out what I'm going to do for November, because one of the things I like about Inktober is every day, you know, you have something you've got to get done. And I like that discipline. I'm going to use my paper cutter, even though I hate it. All right, so let me measure. It's 4 3/8. Nope, it's going to be shorter than that. It's going to be 4 3/16 by 4, and the measurement is going to be different because of the where the sheet protector is fused together. So 4 3/16 by 4 5/16. All right, let's see how good I did. And if you don't keep, steady tempo, you'll simply burn a hole. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is that hi Teresa, that, I don't know, maybe I just expected something different and it was loony for me to even expect that. Know what I mean? All right, so those are the sheets that I can work on. Okay, this one I got a little bit too tall, so let me cut it off. And the cord of the fuse tool is too short. It's dangerous leaving it on the table. Yeah, I would only use it and then turn it off immediately. I used to, I'm not going to go take it off the wall, but I used to burn wood, and that tool is the same way, but that tool worked exactly as sold. I mean, if you wanted to burn into wood, you burned into wood. So anyway, for those of you who haven't seen it, I will plug it in and use it a little bit so you can see how it behaves, or how I behave using it, and you can fix me when I screw it up. So far, thumbs down on the fuse tool. Well, I have to say, I was just a little disappointed. I really was. I was expecting it to be freaking magic or something. And this is a new sweatshirt that I haven't washed yet, so it hasn't shrunk. So the sleeves are like way too long. All right, and I need another one for the back of this, so let me cut another one. And that one might be a little bit too wide, so let me cut this one like this, see how it works. And while I've got, okay, I love when a plan comes together. All right, so these I'll measure. I'll just measure this one. They should all be somewhat close. I might have to trim them down a little bit. All right, so from there to there, I'll leave about a 1/16 on each side. Yeah, 1 3/16 should do it. Let's see how we do that. What's my happy voice? Oh, when I love when a plan comes together, for real. All right, hang on, dope head. All right, so that doesn't matter. Just figuring out about the same. All right. You guys, we need some sunshine in Oklahoma. I am sick and tired of gray, rainy, icky days. I've had my fill. I'm ready for some happy weather. I don't mind it a little bit, and I know that this is pretty typical. of Oklahoma in the fall. Okay. Width, perfect. Let me just make a little mark here. And we'll cut all three at once. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. How was that for accurate measurements? I bet you guys are a little freaked out that I did that, right? I bet you're really going to freak out when I try and cut three at once. No ruler. I know, right? What is going on here? Now I'm just going to measure them because I know this is somewhat accurate. I don't know how many of these I need. I'm just going to cut the rest of the paper just in case. What was it? 1 3/16 wide. And I don't really trust these cutters, quite frankly. But if you want it accurate, don't use one of these. Just saying. Dee Dee's proud, what, that I didn't use a ruler, that I'm just eyeballing, and that it will probably nag me the rest of my life. Alright, I think that's it. For that sheet of paper, we'll see if we need more down the road. Let's put it together. You have tears in your eyes? What? I ruined your impression of me or what? All right. Let's fill up. It's going to be a cool little book, I hope. It better be. Come on. There we go. Yeah, see, now it's looking so cute. You're going, there's got to be an easier way. Nope, there isn't. Where'd that one go? Did I lose one? Ugh. It'll turn up. I don't lose too much stuff around here. However, I have lost one of my little magazines. Anyway, yeah, that's a whole nother story. Oh, that one, this stamp has a little glue on the back. Eee. Oh, now it's stuck in there. Crap. That is so not pretty. I'll have to go in and fix it later. Well, no, it won't matter, will it? Yeah, it will matter. Damn it. All right. And I've got one for the extra sheet that I'm going to prepare right now. Sweet! Did your special ruler ever show up? You said you lost it. No, it has not turned up, Rachel. It has not. my art on the couch one. And I was gonna, like, redo all the, like, take the furniture apart and everything and vacuum and do everything on Saturday. And then my back was bugging and I didn't want Robert to have to do everything. So, yeah. And I'm pretty sure on these, I just did one. I did. Does anybody else ever make up crap like this? No, Dee Dee's package has not showed up. CB, it's been almost 3 weeks. Almost 3 weeks. She mailed it on the 12th of October. I'm so fed up with the damn post office. Do they not know when a girl is excited about getting fun mail? Ugh. Makes me want to call them. But it was odd because I told Dee Dee it didn't come today. And then got on Twitter just to kill time until I went live. And the first tweet I read was somebody who was complaining about the United States Postal Service. And she's almost in the same boat. Package going from, like, D.C. to Virginia. And it's been almost 3 weeks. So it was just like... So, I don't know if it's labor shortages at the post office. I don't know. I know, isn't it frightening, CB? Hi, Joannica. Anybody else I might have missed coming in? All right, I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. I'm going to go ahead and just put them in. How about that? And I'm doing elastic, so it doesn't really matter. And if I don't like the elastic, I'll rip that bad boy out and start over. Because that's how you do it. You got a postcard Saturday that was posted on September 27th. Are you kidding? What the heck are those people doing? All right. So I am going to need a few more of these, but that's okay. Whoa. It makes me wonder if it isn't labor shortages. I don't know what else it could be. But I will say that my Grove Sonic did finally reopen. So that's better. All right. And the ones that I'm going to put in here are all the extra ones I made. So... And then you never know, I may make some more just because I can. I could do one of these for zines too. I'd have to go around, I can't even imagine where I'd have to go to collect all those up. You like how I'm making the journal? Cool. Well, it'll give you an idea. You can use stuff you already have to make something very, very cool. Very, very. All right, and then this is all the leftover that I was going to do collage onto the big pages. So let's see how we're coming along here. Oops. I want those two together and those two together. So, but then... Mine are at the beginning. I don't necessarily want that. I'll have to maybe move them around a little bit. Because I want to keep CBs all together because they're too damn cute. But I can always add more in, right? Right. All right, so this looks like... the book contents. And you almost have to, if you're doing a journal like this where you already know what the contents are, you almost have to do the contents before you can cut the cover, because I know, of course, height, what I wanted, and I did cut it oversized, but let's say the when it wraps around, if I want it to go from here over to there with a little bit of excess, you kind of got to know what your contents are, or you're going to end up disappointed. I promise you. You're just going to end up disappointed. So, this I do have to cut down. I'll leave about, I don't know, a little bit over an 8 top and bottom. Let's do the collages next, because there's still more contents inside. And Dawn's will be the opening page, just because I really like that. Really, really like it. And I could do a page back here. All right, we'll do this to collage on. I'll move this cutting board for the time being. Use the spare cutoff for the spine cover. Yeah, I have a bunch in the trash, Rachel, so I can do that. So these are all the excess little stamps. I'll put mine. Oh, there's the one that I was missing. Okay. I love this little envelope, so I might just have to give it its own little place. I don't know. These I will keep on one page altogether. These are just, these will go on a page together. All right. All right, these are going to have to go on the page together. They're just slightly large, but oh well. If I have to, I'll trim them off a hair. It'll be okay. All right. Just thinking about how I want to lay them all out. This one I will actually try and keep with that. I still love every one of these so much. All right, I might have to do one more. Upside down. All right. So I hope you guys are working on something. I need some more black paper cut. Is what I need. I have to measure again. 4 3/16 by 4 5/16. I'm pretty sure. Nope, 4 3/16 each way. check it out, man. That is awesome. You working in your daily journal, Darlene? Do you post it anywhere? I love to look at people's journals that they work in. And I've got to get the beast set up for November. I should have done that this morning while I was watching Dee Dee. All right, that should help. All right, and if I'm going to use the extra sheet protectors that I cut, I'm going to have to get out the fuse tool. And I know whoever sent these intended for me to use them in my art, but I'd rather just save them in here. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just going to make them fit no matter what. And I won't glue them down. I'll use like just this. So after a week, this pops off usually. Like it doesn't stick. Hey, Judy. Judy. And I'm going to do this eyeball. Dee Dee, pay attention. Makes me nervous as hell, but I'm going to do it anyway. These are the worst glue sticks in the world, by the way. The best ones are either Extreme or Uhu, if you want something to stick. Those are for kids. Real adults should not use them. I can use them because I'm not a real adult. Look at that. Oops. I'm going to say it's pretty darn straight for eyeballing. So if I ever decide that I want to pull these off and use them, I can. No, what did Dee Dee say? Is Dee Dee giving me crap? She probably is. But she can because I give her enough crap. For 2 people. I'm going to leave a little bit of excess in the middle. Darlene, okay, I didn't see. I don't know if I follow you, Darlene. Do I? Do you know? Would you do my work for me? I try and follow all you guys back, but I'm kind of bad at social media stuff. I really am. And I really suck at email. But now it's November 1st, so I have to go on and check the bills anyway. But I'm really bad at it. This is National Give Your Buddy Crap Week. Judy! Thank you! Thank you. All right. I hate to just do them all in rows, but it seems like that's kind of the way I have to do it. So, hi, Nettie. These were from Starla. Starla Arts. Now, if I was being my normal anal self, I would have measured these and left the same amount of space, top, middle, and bottom. But I can't take the abuse that I get when I behave that way, so I'm doing it this way. I don't, Judy. And see, there's more space in the middle, more down here, more up there. But if I was doing my normal self, and if it bothers me enough, I'll redo it. I will redo it. All right, I was going to put this one behind. All right, I love that little envelope so much. All right, so I'm going to put it at the bottom with her stamp coming out of it like that, I think. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Need that little bird. I'm going to cover it up, but can't have everything. All right, so I know where this one's going. And then I think all right, I'll do the 2 big pages, right? This is definitely in the way. All right, thinking. I think I'll put this one next. Do y'all think I'm nuts? These have to go right edge to edge. They're all so damn cute. Can't stand it. It is a great way to save them. And I know me, they would end up being in a box or somewhere. And it would be probably a long time before I looked at them again, you know? And this way, because I do appreciate you guys participating and I do appreciate your art. Yeah, I just think it's a way of preserving it so I can have it around. All right, this one has to go here. And then make sure this fits in there like I think it's going to. Yeah, it does. And then these are actually on gummed paper, but I'm not going to wet them. Because they were just mine that I made. And I did send a bunch of them out. That's why you guys got, a lot of you got multiples. Or more than you sent in. And if it's crooked, just speak up now, man. All right, if I come across another one, so I've got this one left, and these. And then I'm going to take these off of... I hate to tear up your little envelopes, CB, but I think I'm going to so that I can keep these little stamps. And I don't want to... We'll see if I can take them off this way. The stamps are amazing, right? Everybody did such an amazing job. For real. All right, this is peeling off awesomely. I'm just having to be real careful. Sweet. All right, so let's see where our pages are coming out. It's going to be a fun little journal. Oh, this one has to go here. Because I want hers. Well, they're not going to be together because, oh well. Plan falling apart. Okay. So that can go back there. Okay. Sweet. I think I'm going to cut these out. Oh, yeah. And I'm trying not to glue on the back of the sheet, so... I'm going to cut these out first and kind of get an idea. These are so cute. And this one, I think it goes in the other pages. Where did I put them? Losing crap by the minute. There it is. That was the one that I said, oh, I lost it. They're two of the same. Okay. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the, like on this one where I don't necessarily have anything to put in there. I don't know what I'll do with that, but eventually I'll do something with it. Hey, Afro. Because these are like all the ones I've got left, so... And then, yeah, and then I've got one more page, so sweet. And I think that's everything. Let me double check and make sure I got everybody's. And if you submitted something and you don't see it here, I know there was one or two that I forgot to keep, so it was my bad. But I was, after I had done all the swapping out, there was absolutely no way I was going to go back and figure it out. It was like, I'm done, I'm done. And now I feel bad, but yeah. If you've ever done a swap, you so get it. How you can goof up easily, and then the thought of going back through to fix it is so unacceptable. Getting notifications. I asked when I very first came on, did you guys, any of you last week, my Google updated, and all of a sudden, the little notifications you get at the bottom of your computer screen for YouTube subscriptions quit working. On that first page, do a ZT with postage stamp swap. Rachel, you are brilliant. You are starting to think like me, girl. But the links were broken, and it was so annoying. CB, thanks. I like doing them. I probably won't do another one now until after the first of the year, simply because we're getting on Christmas season, you know, holiday season, where families come in and stuff like that. And my family is coming for Thanksgiving, so I'm really excited about that. And actually, Jackie will be here for my birthday. So, you'll have nightmares. No, you won't. You'll sleep like a baby. Are you kidding me? Don't be giving me that hogwash stuff. Okay, CB, it happened to you too. I didn't know. I was just like, oh God, Google goofed up my computer. Now I'm going to have to deal with this the rest of my life. Because those links are just so easy. So I was just like, ain't nobody got time for this. You know, I was like so hassled. And I'm thinking, well, this is like first world problems, right? Like, I'm pissed off because the links that they send me don't work. I got to make sure I get these. No, this one I got to trim up. Sorry. Yeah, like first world problems, girl. Get a grip. My ancestors had to build a house in the side of a mountain. And I'm whining. And that's true. When my Norwegian ancestors came here from Norway, it was in the mid 1800s, 1850 to 1865, I think, is when the huge migration happened. And literally, those people came into Indian territory that, if you've ever lived, say, in Iowa or Minnesota, it was densely wooded. And so they had to clear the land and figure out a place for their kids for the winter, for the first winter they were here. And I'm whining. All right. I think I'm going to trim these down so that no white shows, since that one doesn't have white. I want them all kind of the same. But yeah, what I was talking about was holidays are coming, so I probably won't host any more swaps till the end of the year. Because I'll have to get ready for kids. I don't know how many are coming yet. Still in the planning. But yeah, because last year we didn't really do anything for the holidays because of COVID, of course. Nobody was doing anything. And so we were just pretty compliant and said, okay, we'll we'll be good citizens of the world. And as a result, I haven't seen Jamie or his kids for what, almost 2 years, I think it is. They were planning on coming this summer, and Jamie works for a company that's headquartered out of Australia, and y'all have heard how, I won't say the word I was going to say, how cuckoo things are down there. So he literally has been carrying that company do this because they are literally shut down. Like, their salespeople can't be out selling. He's been doing all the flying. My son does LiDAR, where they fly and use lasers for topographical information, and they work for all different kinds of companies, public utilities, waste management, the History Channel, just anybody who wants to see what's going on the surface of the earth. So he has just been absolutely buried trying to carry that company. All right, these are pretty small, and I'm not sure how I want to do this. How do I want to do this? Because all four is going to, I think I'll just do all four across the top so I can add 2 later. Before I stick them down, let's see how the spacing is going to work out. These are so cute, CB. Oop, got too much black. And then I can just add to this page if I want. I can't get my head right over it to see. Yep, that's going to have to do it. Take that. So, anyway, I think it's going to be a good holiday season. I'm looking forward to it. All right, that'll be the back page, because they're appearing multiple times. And I actually do have some other postage stamps that I've made that I probably will come back and add in here. All right, I think we got all the contents done. Yay us. You have a collection of kokoshi dolls. Is that how you pronounce it, CB? Kokoshi? Kokoshi dolls? All right. All right, the other thing I'm wondering is if I do 2 pieces of elastic, I could have like that. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 2 pieces of elastic. I know, CB's work is always so beautiful. I could have a whole book of nothing but CB art because I've been so fortunate. I think I'm going to do 2 pieces of elastic. All right. So right now, kukishi. All right. We'll cut this off last. So we'll go ahead and do the spine right now. This is how I'm going to measure where the spine's going. And just give it like a little bit extra because I can always cut it off. So it's going to be, look at that, perfect, 4.5, bam, that's what I'm talking about. So 4.5 inches in, we'll make a little mark. Four and a half, and then I think for width, because I'd rather have a little bit excess than not enough. All right. You can't sound it out? That's okay. Even if you put it in there, I'd probably screw it up anyway, CB. So let's just call it good. How about that? All right. So I'm holding it like this. I don't mind if it squishes a little bit, but I'm thinking I'm going to want, say, a 1/2 inch spine. 1/2 inch spine? No, I'm going to do 3/4 inch spine. Right? You know what? If I do an inch spine, no, that's going to imply that I would add a lot to it, and I'm really not sure. I'm thinking. You guys, tell me where my thinking is, either good or bad. Yeah, 3/4 is as big as I want it. I'm thinking. But caution me now. Okie dokie. Could you do that? Okay, so I need a piece of chipboard, and I don't want a really heavy piece. I don't know if I have any back here. I want it a little bit heavier than cardstock, but I don't want it like really heavyweight. So let's see what I've got in here. Not cereal weight. I don't want that here. This will work. All right. And it's already been cut down, so it'll be good. This is a little bit heavier than cereal weight, but not like real heavyweight. I just screwed up my camera. Sorry, dudes. Did we, CB? I know we've done other ATC swaps, but was postage the theme? I don't remember that, but that doesn't mean any dang thing. All right, let me figure out my cutter here. Okay, Donna. Hi, Donna. Donna's saying we did. Well, what does that tell you about my memory? That it pretty much sucks. Okay, I'm going to straighten this up because it's not straight right now. We did do another one. Wonder where I would have put that little bad boy. Okay, Darlene. Bye. Have a good day. All right. So I said 3/4. Now I cut it. Yeah. This way I'll be better. So that's 1/4, 1/2, 3/4 right there. Let me see. Looks pretty straight. It'll work for this. And then, well, if you guys think we did it before, that makes me wonder. I'm going to cut this slightly shy. Oh, well, this was too tall, top and bottom anyway, so let me cut that first. Okay, so top to bottom, the actual measurement is right at 4.5. So I'm going to do 4 3/4. How about that? Give it 1/8 of an inch top and bottom. Maybe I should give it a little bit more. I think I will. Well, it's not too much too big. All right. Seems... CB, I'm just not sure, honestly. I'm going to give an extra 1/16. Nah, just go with an even measurement. 4 3/4. What the hell? freak. And I did square this piece of leather up before I came on, because I didn't want you guys to have to suffer through that. This crap is bad enough. All right, that's making me think I need to go look, because I have a whole box of fib art. I should get that out and show you guys sometimes, because I do keep your art. But because of space limitations, right, it's just like, you can't keep it out. But these postage I really, really liked. Well, I liked all of them, but you just can't keep it out all the time, right? If I was going to screw up, right there is where I would screw up. I'll end up with a little notch or something in there, but I think I did good. I'm going to look, CB, because I do have some of your Asian art, but I don't think it was postage. But I don't know. Significant snow this month in Canada. Ugh, you poor creatures. Okay. So I'm going to cut this just shy of 4 3/4. All right, now I have to think about what glue do I want to use. To glue that down. I think I'll use Aleene's Tacky unless you guys give me better advice. That should work. I think it works on tons of different junk. There's original Tacky, and I thought I had a different one. Oh, this cabinet needs to be cleaned, like, really bad, you guys. I have so much stuff up here. Ugh. That's enough to freak you out. I thought I had a super Tacky or something. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Tacky will work. Tell me if I'm crazy. Fabri-Tac, I don't have any of that. Or if I do, you don't want me to go looking for it. This should work. It should work just fine. Don't glue on top of your project. That's just some free advice that I'll offer you. I do need, though, let me look in the trash what I got going on here. That'll work for that. There you go. Kathy, do you and Rachel live somewhat close to each other? Of course, you're, what, up in Ontario. I suppose it would be close. Oh, man, Z, I need a cap bowl. I lost the cap. Hey, Brenda. There it is. I do need a cap bowl. Not cat, cap. For caps, you take off things. All right, you guys, really, really keep your fingers crossed that I've done this right. All right, now is this going to be wide enough? Oh, baby, baby, baby. I actually would like it. Nah, 3/4 will be good. I'll do this slightly bigger than 3/4. Okay. About 5-hour drive. That's not bad. That's probably about how far I am from Barbowen. Maybe not even that far. It might be like a 4-hour drive. All right, so I want this just slightly larger than 3/4 inch. All right. Because I don't want it popping up. And I don't want you to be able to see the cardboard underneath. So I'm thinking I ought to leave at least 1/8 on either side. So I really need 1 inch, which probably is not going to be long enough. Let me see. There's the length right there. Is that 1 inch? I have more scraps, and if I need to, I can go cut. Oh, it's so close. I'm going to go right there. All right. Wherever the inch is where I'm going to cut it to. I am totally winging it today. Are you guys pretty proud of me? Winging it is not necessarily in my wheelhouse. Just saying. There's the inch right there. Is that enough material though? It's not necessary. Okay, it's going to have to be a little bit longer than that. All right. We're going with this. If you're going to do this, get a really, really sharp X-Acto. All right, I'm going to use Eileen's Tacky on this as well. Hopefully, this will work. It should. The leather isn't necessarily going to be absorbent, but the chipboard should be, so. And I'm not cutting length because I'll cut it after it's on, and that way I don't leave myself open to a bad measurement or something like that. So you will cut it after it's on. Hey, Barbara. Ah, come on. All right, and that's just to stabilize the spine, and it should be just fine. I love when I can use junk out of the trash to keep from making a mess all over every dang thing. All right. Looks good to me. Went right in the trash. That's awesome. Sweet. Sweet. Hi to anybody I might have missed. I'm intent on measuring and cutting. And when I'm measuring and cutting, I ain't got time to talk. Arting. All right, so now yeah, I'm glad. That's going to work perfect. Slightly short there, but that's okay. This is sweet. All right, so let's figure out. I'm going to put 2 elastics in. So the center is a half. I think I'll come in. Do I want to come in 3/8? 1, 2, 3. No, that's not right. 5/16 I think is what I'll come in. Right? 2, 4, 5. Yep. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4. Yep. I think that's what I'm going to do. I know those 5/16 measurements freak some of you guys out. I'm cool with them. But it works good on the spine, so. Let's see, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, that'll work out. And I don't mind drawing on the spine. I won't go all the way to the edge. And then I think the holes for the elastic, I'll come down. Because remember, these are what? Exactly 4.5? Nope. These are measured. Do the right measurement, dork. 4 3/8. So I'm going to come down because I don't want the elastic pulling on the sheet protectors, right? As much as I can help it. I mean, it's going to happen, but I'd like to prevent it as much as I can. So I think I'm going to come down, what did I say, 4 3/8. So that's 1, 2, 3/8. That's, well, what's that? I'll come down quarter inch top and bottom. Should be pretty good. For the holes, and then I won't be pulling at the sheet protectors too much. Okay. Now, I do have punches that I could hammer, but I'm going to try and use the awl. I'm not sure if that's the brightest idea in the world, but let's give it a go. And if you're going to play with your awl, be really careful because they are sharp as hell. Here's the elastic I'll use. I have a little bookbinding toolkit here that has all this stuff in it. That wasn't too difficult. Probably what's going to be difficult is getting the elastic through it. That's the most frustrating part of the whole thing. All right. Rachel's saying shh. So that means you guys are talking smack. Okay, and if you wanted to at this point, you could add like a little grommet to reinforce those holes and stuff like that. I'm not going to. But if I find that the it starts wearing or something, I will go ahead and go back and add it. But yeah, for right now, I'm not going to. And I'm making the holes a little bit bigger so I won't have to fight with the damn elastic so much, right? Because I know I'm going to, and it's frustrating. Don't ask me what size the elastic is. Oh, wait. I think I have the packaging. I can actually tell you. In my look. Nope, it doesn't. It just says specialty. Sorry. Can't tell you. But it's strong enough to hold the contents. And that's pretty much the goal here, right? I do cut at an angle, so hopefully I can get it started through. I might be off camera. Ha 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 ha, look at that. It went through. Well, not all the way through. Just keep wiggling it. You can get it. I leave a lot of excess to tie the knot because I'm not going to fight with elastic. That's a dumb idea. Holy crap, this is easier than I thought it was. Oops. Spoke too soon. I'll punch the hole a little bit bigger. Put a little bit of glue on the end of the elastic. Do I have to wait for it to dry? That's where the plan falls apart, Rachel. I can see how that would work, though. Actually, the elastic is just about the same size as the also. So I want it snug, but I don't want the book out of shape, you know, like pulling it out of shape. And I'll leave excess elastic. So if I need to retie it later, I can do that. But I try not to misshape the book when I'm doing this. But don't cut it yet. See that? Left on its own, it's pulling it up a little bit. But by the time I get the contents of the book in, that should be taut enough. Right? I've done this a time or two. Time or two. For sure. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The hole kind of heals up. So that's why I just open it up to aid myself here. Come on, little bad boy. There we go. Haha. Wasn't as bad as I thought. All right. Always perfect. I do like doing things to the best of my ability. I mean, I could just slap stuff together, but then when it's all said and done, I would be really disappointed. So I do like things to be pretty perfect. Wrap a little tape around the end like a shoelace. See, I've thought about that, Teresa, and I have done that in the past. But then it just makes it thicker, and then I just get more annoyed. So, yeah. That actually worked out better than I thought. All right, let's put all the contents in the book and see how we like it. And I will cut the excess off, but not until I'm happy that everything is working the way I want it to. Right. Okay, it is pulling up a little bit on the bottom, you know, that little edge of the sheet protector, but that's okay. I'm not going to sweat about that yet. I got other stuff I can sweat about later. All right, and then I'll put all these in together. So let's see. Oops, get back over where you belong, you little butthead. Get in there. God, if this works, I'm going to be so happy. I think it's going to work out really good, you guys. It's going to be a little wonky, but that's okay. I could deal with that. I could do it. I could beat Mike Tyson. Because look at that measurement. That is just about freaking perfect. I love when a plan comes together. All right, and I want this one to be about halfway. So I'll make a little mark here. I think that's about, well, I could measure it to make certain so that later I'm not kicking myself in the ass, right? I think I'm going to eyeball it. It'll be fine right there. Because I still have to put the elastic to go around it. Look at that, 2.5 inches. Sometimes the world or the universe loves me. 2.5, right? 2.5. Measure twice, cut once. Now, I guess I could decide, and I won't today, but I might want to round the corners. I don't know. I just don't know yet. For right now, I'm going to leave them squared. All right. Might have a little bit problem up there, but that's okay. I can deal with that. All right, let's put the hole for the elastic closure, and then we get to choose a charm. Now this next hole is the one that's a really pain in the butt, because you got to get 2 pieces of elastic through the same hole. Rather shoot myself in the head. All right, so this is 4 3/4, so it's 2 3/8 would be the center, I think. 3, 1, 2, yep. 2 3/8 is the center. And I can eyeball this way. All right, that's where my hole's going. I'm making this hole slightly bigger. But before we thread the elastic, we have to go pick out a charm. So let me go get my charms. That would be very painful. Just think of the headache. Alright. Let me go get my charms and we'll look at what one we really like. I wish we had a postage one. Alright, here's my little container of charms. Those are all shrinky dinks. I broke my Australia pin CB, so I just stuck it in here. I was pissed when that happened. Doesn't need to be a real big one because the book itself is not big, so let's dump them out and see what we got. And put the hardware at the bottom. Alright, let's see what we got. That one's too big. That one's a key and it's too big. That one's an M. Don't particularly care for that. There's a koala shrinky dink. There's the world. The world is not bad. There's the Eiffel Tower. There's a circus tent, and here's the monkey, and there should be something in here that says, not my circus, not my monkey, or something like that. I should have 2 of those, because 2 people sent them to me. There's a little koala. I love the koala. Ugh. There's a fish that says tuna breath. Will you paint the cover? No. Hi, Painty Girl. I will not. If I had a little mailbox, wouldn't that be perfect? There's another monkey. There's a cat shrinky dink. Frogs. Choose joy. I like those. And then I have a bunch of little hearts and stuff like that. Live simply. There's a ruler. I think I only have one of those left, so yeah, here's not my circus, not my monkey. Expect a miracle. Shrinky dink pen. Can you imagine? Who the hell did that? Probably me. There's a heart with a keyhole. There's a unicorn. I don't have a mailbox or a letter or anything. I do have a letter charm around here somewhere, but I've used it on something else. So there's a peanut. I might just use one of these hearts. Hearts go on everything, right? The globe is too big. All right, does anybody have a vote? There's a frog. Frog's got nothing to do with nothing, so it's probably a heart. There's a watering can. Some of them are just too big for this. So those get ruled out. And I have a bunch of different crowns that some smartass sent me. I don't know who, I can't remember, but because I would be the princess of everybody. If Zippy ever sends you anything, you can use the unicorn, right, Rachel? I'm thinking and I have a bunch of keys, tons of keys. I'm thinking I like the heart with the little, let me see if you guys can see that. It's got like a little leaf thing in it. Oops, sorry. I have a bunch of those, so maybe I'll just use that. That one says I heart South Padre Island, which I do, but with all the shit going on at the border, I won't be going there for a while. Don't Give Up. I like that one. Don't Give Up. Ooh, now I have another contender. And I don't really care if they're silver, gold, bronze. I don't care. If I want them a different color, I will, I'll get out the alcohol ink and colorize them. And then all the little hearts I'll use on the little journals if I decide to make some more. So, all right, it's between those two right now. All right, let's look at them on the... I think I kind of like that bronze one. Yeah, I like the bronze one better. I think a bronze heart. Here's one that's just a bunch of little keys. And I keep these because they can be useful to hold stuff for you. It was a year to not give up. Go for it. Yeah, I think I decided on the heart instead, Rachel. Hearts are good. See, I think hearts are good too. All right, hearts it is. We're going to use that little heart, which stands for, I love this crap inside here. I hope they'll all fit back in there. It's funny how things fit once and then won't fit when you go back. I'll have to jiggle it around and get all the little pieces. Look at, fit perfect. One more thing to put away later. Thinking about how long Dee Dee's mail have been under shipping. Don't Give Up is a good candidate. Yeah, really. All right. So where's the end of the elastic? Here we go. This one I'll measure with the contents in the book. I'll get it started first. All right, this one's being a pain in the butt. It looks like it's separated or something. Okay, there we go. Oh, getting that second one through is going to be a pain in the butt. We're just going to wad it all up. Okay, so that's enough to close the book. And we'll give ourselves that much a tie. Well, I better leave this out. I might have to punch that hole again. All right. Keep your fingers and eyes crossed, because this is my crappiest part. What I do is I take this end and I'll hold it really tight on here. And then pull this one. I might have to take Rachel's free advice and get some glue or something out, but I hope not. I hope we can manage to do this. With, oops, put the charm on first. Put the charm on first. Put the charm on first. It's already started fraying. Damn it. Did it, CB, but thanks for the reminder. You can tell CB has obviously done this a time or two her own self. Oh, come on. I don't want to tear that hole much bigger either. Right? So, come on, little guy. Go on in there and meet your friend. There you go. Good job. Good job. Can always count on CB to keep my dumb ass straight. Alright, that I can already tell is too much, so I'll put a little bit more elastic. Put the contents back in before you decide how long you want your elastic. Right there is not too bad. So I'm going to pull it in a little bit more because I want it snug but not painful, right? All right. I won't cut off those elastics until the very, very end. These will only be moving around until the book is put together, and then they should be stationary. And if they aren't, if they continue to be a pain in the butt, I will end up having to glue them down. I was just not wanting to do that. But if they don't straighten up, we will exercise some discipline on them. Okay, that's kind of, it looks like how it's going to stay together. I put it in upside down because I am a dumbass. So now you can call me that and not feel dumb. Because I did put it in upside down. Now, if I'd sewn this and put it in upside down, you guys would be hearing swear words. Like, I could teach you swear words you didn't even know you wanted to know. Come on. Be agreeable for just a minute. It's going to kill you. There we go. Right where I wanted it. Now it's not upside down. Oh, you know what? I will untie that, and I will put a split ring on that so that heart will lay flat. That's a cool little journal. I'm liking it a lot. I'm so glad I waited. Yeah, I need a split ring. I'll do that right now while I have this stuff out here. I won't do it right now, but yeah. I will definitely do a split ring. And I should have thought of that. That's why I have all these split rings, is because that's a pretty common problem. But I wouldn't have thought about it if I wasn't streaming either. I would have had to redo something 10 times probably. But because that's typical. Thanks, Barbara. Yeah, I like it. I'm glad I got it done. And if it gets wrinkly and snarly, that's okay. I'm going to have to... yeah, I'll just leave this out here. But I will put the split ring on because I'd have to go get the split ring pliers and blah, blah, blah. Alrighty, but while I have this bookbinding stuff out, I think I'm going to go ahead, and I've still got an hour left. Okay, let's do a flip real quick before I put this away. I may go ahead, there's two things I may do. I may round the corners. I like the rounded corners. And, of course, fix the charm. But let's flip through it real quick. And this is kind of nice because now if I want to, I can add to it. So let's do a quick flip. Yeah, I love this. Love it. Let's go ahead. I guess we can go ahead and trim the elastic now. Probably will flip this one out. I'll cut a new one. Not sure what I'm going to do in these spaces, if I'm just going to add other postage or what. I did not necessarily want my art on the front page, so I might move things around a little bit. Oops, I need a little black one for there. What the heck? While this stuff is still out, I'm going to... God, I don't remember the size, though. That is 1 1/8, it looks like. 1 1/8. Right, Lena, everybody did. That's the reason I love doing swaps. I love seeing everybody's art. So it's 3 3/4 by 1, and I'm just going to take one out because I'm having a hard time measuring over the curve. One 3/16. All right. Bear with me here, boys and girls. I said 1 3/16, didn't I? If I could remember longer than 5 freaking seconds, I would really, really appreciate that. 3 3/4. Don't you know? I'll cut another one just in case I need it. Adding these little papers in here makes the pages probably a little bit more stable in here since I didn't sew them in. And that was the thing I was worrying about whether to use elastic or sewing them in. But I'll tell you in time whether or not it's holding together well. I love this. I am loving this. That everything has its own little space and I can flip through it. That's what makes me happy. I'll just have to do that later. I love this so much. I'll trim this one now. That's from Tim Rentz. There we go. And then I've got a couple extra pages here, so I can put that extra black one in. What is outside my window making noise? Sounds like a big animal. Nope, that one's too wide. What did I say? 3 3/4? I'm pretty sure that was it. Yep. So I've got room to add a couple more. So that's awesome. And I am going to look to see if we've done this before. All right, this one. Ah, come on. Still pain in the butt. What the heck is going on here? We're pulling that off. All right, so I have room for a couple extras, and I think I put in a wide one in there because something's not folding comfortably. But that's okay. And I don't know what happened to the other one of this, so I will have to look for that. But for right now, we'll just put the one single one right in the center. Alrighty. I am so happy. I may be remembering something I did for a Maryland retreat. I'm going to look, CB, because it shouldn't be really hard for me to find. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, it shouldn't be hard for me to find. But I am going to look because I really don't remember. But there's so much I don't remember that it doesn't even bother me. Now, if this knot acts like it wants to pull through, because I've had that happen before, I'll just get like a toothpick or something and put in there. I won't leave it in forever, or I'd cut it to size. But yeah, if your elastic pulls through, or it wants to, just give it something to spread the tension out over a bigger space. I don't want it to pull through, but if I yank on it a lot, it will. So that's where we're at, boys and girls. Got it done. Okay, so let me go ahead and yeah, I like that. Let me go ahead and I'll just quickly bind this, right? Because it's Inktober. and I'm done with it, and I don't need the pages single anymore. So I do want to go ahead and bind this. And since I have all my binding tools out, I'm just going to go ahead and do it real quick. So I think I'll do like a pamphlet stitch. Thanks, Lena. Thanks, everybody. So this sheet is 5.5. So halfway is going to be 2 3/4. And then I think I'll come down. I could do this with 5 stitches or 3. I think I'm going to do 3 because honestly, it's not going to get a lot of wear and tear. And that's what determines how many times I go in and out on the binding, is how much wear and tear is it going to get. And it's not going to get much. So once in the middle and then once on each side should be more than enough. So I think I'll come in 1/2 inch top, 1/2 inch bottom, and that should be adequate. So I'm sure you guys have seen this 100,000 times. I'm going to try and punch it all at once, which may not be the smartest thing I could do, but what the hell? What the hell? I don't know if you guys ever watch the reels on Instagram, but there's a little girl's voice that says, "What the hell? What the hell?" Honestly, it's the cutest thing ever. And then there's another one, it's a man's voice, where dogs are running at full blast, and it says, "I'm fast," and I won't repeat the rest of it because it's got a really bad dirty word. Honestly, those two absolutely crack me up. Alright, so I'm going to punch the hole all the way through to the back of the spine, and then I'll come in from this way to keep the hole somewhat uniform. And I'm holding it really, really tight. Okay, and while that hole is in its place, and I'm trying to push straight, you guys, I really am, because I don't want, this is only little bit heavier than cover stock. It's not even card stock. So yeah, see, I already probably got it out of position, so I'll have to dink with that when I get there, I guess. But this is really going to be fast. Okay. And this I'll use wax thread, black wax thread. And the general rule is for a pamphlet stitch like this, use about 3 times the length of your, or width of your book. And that'll give you ample thread for tying, and yeah. And it's more than enough. So I just always, as a rule, use about 3 times, and that'll work. All right. Let me think if I'm doing this right. Yep. Go out from the center. Hold your tail. Go in And this one might be a little pain in the butt because it's wanting to slip around, but if you have to do it page by page, just do it that way. Probably would have worked a little better if I got an alligator clip out. Right? And clipped it all together. The next one's easier because I go from the inside. It's always this outside one that's disagreeable, especially when it's flimsy like this. So now I have 2 new books that I didn't have this morning when I got up. Swoot! All the way down to the bottom hole. Alright, don't turn me into a liar, you freak. There it is. And then back into the center. It would be help if I could see halfway freaking decent. Come on, for Pete's sake. I'm just punching it through.
Went to sleep.
Well, good on you. Alright, there, it's through the hole. What is it?
Order her stuff.
What?
I should order her crap.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Why?
We can do it later.
Okay. I will get them now.
No, it's... it's only $2.15, honey. All right, tie a good solid knot, and the wax linen is good because it's not going to come apart, so you can trim it pretty close. All right, now it's all bound. No more loose pages, so that makes me happy. So, you know what? Dee Dee said the other day she'd been doing it for 7 years. And I don't know. I think I've been doing it for 6 years. This is Inktober. I think I've been doing it 6 years. But I'd have to pull them all out and count them because I can't remember. I'm going to look down here real quick. I think they're all right here. I don't think I've put any of them away. And I've kept them all pretty much the same size. So the first one was 2016, 2017, 2018. Where are the others? I'm missing 2. Where would I put them? Hang on, you guys. I thought I kept them all right here together. Apparently I don't. After I'm done with them, it's like, okay, I'm done with them. Okay, there's another one of them. I'm missing 1. And I know I didn't skip a year. And I'm trying to think, did I put it in a journal? I don't know why I would do that, but we're going to look at them real quick. I just don't know which one I'm missing. 2020, last year's. What did I do last year? So these are all the Inktober's, except for last year's. And last year's was the, I was going to say, it was the seed packets. Did I put the wrong year on that? All right, somebody help me. I could look at my Instagram real quick, but we'll just go back to the very first one. Just because we can. In this one, I did the line drawings, and then all I did was shade them with graphite. I didn't do any color at all. So the first year was Toys 2016, which would mean I've been doing this 5 years. Or 6 years. 5. Jacks. And these are, I started out doing vintage. No, see, the Toys was the first year, Lena. I may have shown it. Barrel of Monkeys. Slinky. That was fun to draw. Difficult, but fun. I had fun doing all these. And see, I've never bound this one. I probably should. Jack in the Box. Truck. Metal Robot. Now, I remember seeing this toy. And there's one in here that my grandmother... I thought Seed Packet 2, Painty Girl. Everybody had one of these, didn't they? I probably didn't because it was probably before my time. This is the one my grandmother had, this monkey. And you wound it up and its hands clapped the symbols together. This was wood. I was actually really good at that. Gumby. Cupid doll. Old Maid. Army Guy. Now the mistake I made, and I think I've gotten better since then, but like these I had just drawn front and back, but see how when I used the ink that it went through on the back page? So I tried to prevent that in subsequent years. I did have these dolls, the troll dolls. I still have some, in fact. Raggedy Ann. Pickup sticks. This was a pain in the butt. And then a sock monkey and a pumpkin. So that was the first year. And then I was going to go ahead and finish. And I have a toy for each page. Because I must have counted wrong or something. Thanks, Painty Girl. Your memory is worse than mine. Oh, my God. Lena, I feel sorry for you. And so that was 2016. Here's 2017. And these I did on individual pages and then just glued onto the black background. And these were cartoons. And this was the list of cartoons to work from. And if you're a certain age, a lot of these are going to, you're going to remember a lot of them. Popeye. This was so much fun. And I did it on dot grid paper. Yeah, I love this. And I did go ahead and look up, like, Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny. This was 1937 to 1940, Looney Tunes. Who drew these originally? This was 1951, Hank Ketchum. 1930, Max Fleischer and Grim Natwick. Pogo was 1948, Walt Kelly. Speedy Gonzales was 1953. Fritz Freeling and Holling Pratt. And a lot of these names you'll hear over and over and over again. Hi, Joan. Tinkerbell. I didn't apparently look that up. Petunia and Porky was 1935. Fritz Freeling. He did a lot of them. Mr. Magoo. I love Mr. Magoo. 1949. John Hubley. Rocky and Bullwinkle. I apparently didn't look that up. 1948. Warner Brothers. Chuck Jones for Roadrunner. Pinocchio was 1940. Walt Disney Productions. But there's something about Pinocchio. I think the story was, this version of Pinocchio was the Walt Disney, but the story was actually written in 1883 by Carlos Collodi. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Okay, here's a postage stamp, but this was actually a USPS postage release, but it was originally drawn 1938, Ernie Bushmiller. Yogi Bear. I remember actually sitting down and drawing this one because I was trying to sketch out where everybody was, where the picnic basket was. This is 1958, William Hanna and Joseph Barbera. Richie Rich, 1953. Alfred Harvey and Warren Kramer. Curious George, always have loved Curious George. 1940, Margaret and Hans Augusto Rees. Chippendale, 1943, Walt Disney Productions. Archie, that was one of my favorites. 1942, John Goldwater and Bob Montana. Little Dot, 1949, Harvey Comics. Tom and Jerry, 1940, Hanna-Barbera. And a lot of these are still around. You know, it's surprising how many are still around. Huckleberry Hound, 1958, Hanna-Barbera. Henry, a lot of people hadn't seen Henry. 1932, Carl Anderson. Pepe Le Pew, 1945, Warner Brothers. Pink Panther, 1963, Fritz Freeling. He came up with a lot. Hot Stuff, The Little Devil was 1957, Warren Kramer. Casper the Ghost was 1939. Seymour Wright and Joe Oriolo, yeah. And then the Jetsons, 1962, Hanna-Barbera. Oh, I went on. I had more than 31, apparently. Snoopy, Charles Schultz. Olive Oil. I remember I did because Eileen made me draw Olive Oil. 1919, E.C. Seeger. Winnie the Pooh. A.A. Milne, which you guys all know. Did you look it up, Rachel? You are crazy. 1942, John Goldwater and Bob Montana, which was Jughead Jones. I'll write that down in just a second. Scooby-Doo. 1969, Joe Ruby and Ken Spears. Felix the Cat, 1919. Pat Sullivan. Smurfs, they aren't as old. 1958, though, that's fairly long ago. Pierre Culford, and they called him Peo, I guess. Flintstones, 1960, Hanna-Barbera. The Cat in the Hat, Dr. Seuss, 1958. Magilla Gorilla, I love Magilla Gorilla. 1964, Hanna-Barbera. Chilly Willy, Paul Smith, 1953. My favorite cartoon of all times is Calvin and Hobbes, 1985, Bill Watterson. Mickey, 1928, Walt Disney. Minnie, 1928. Wally Gator, 1962, Hanna-Barbera. Simpsons, 1989. Matt Groening. Gazoo, 1965, Hanna-Barbera. Yosemite Sam, 1944, Warner Brothers. Augie Doggie, 1959, Hanna-Barbera. 1934, Walt Disney, Donald Duck. Little Lulu and Tubby. Marjorie Buell, 1930s. Snagglepuss, 1959, Hanna-Barbera. 1946, Paul Terry. What were their names? Heckle and Jekyll? Was it Heckle and Jekyll? Quick Draw McGraw, That was Warner Brothers, 1959. Marvin the Martian, 1948, Chuck Jones. The Chipmunks, 1958, Ross Bagdasarian. I only did the lettering if that particular cartoon had a specific lettering. But that's Tasmanian Devil, 1954, Robert McKimson. Do you guys feel really old now? Top Cat and a pair. Oh, 1961, Hanna-Barbera. And then Captain Caveman, 1977. I didn't number them, but there are way more than 31 in here because I did number up to Casper the Ghost. So, yep. All those. So that was what? 2017. 2018 was Candy. I really, really enjoyed doing these. And these, some of them I started coloring in, I think. Yipe Stripes. Fruit Stripe Gum. Black Crow Candy Drops. Woodpecker Tattoo Gum. Schnozzula. Do you guys remember Jimmy Durante? No, I don't feel really old, but apparently you do. Rachel, go get your ass in the corner. They are making Brenda feel old too, so take that. Popeye, Candy Cigarettes, Clove Gum, Raisinets, which is one of Dee Dee's favorite candies, Fire Sticks. I grew up right near the Jolly Rancher manufacturing plant in Arvada, Colorado. And when they were making apple Jolly Rancher candy, you could smell it from Arvada all the way to Boulder. It was delicious smelling. Snow Caps. Okay, this is when I started doing them in color. Smarties. Clark Bar. Big Cherry. I love those. And I didn't do one of my very favorites, which was the Ice Cube candies. I don't think I did that. Nickel Nips. Bazooka Bubble Gum. I don't know why. It must have been how much time I had available, whether I did them in color or not, or that the color was going to make a difference. Charleston Chews. BB Bats. We love these, my brothers and me, and this is a true story. I used to love to get either M&Ms or like a BB Bat and lay on my bed and read. And it didn't happen often because I was usually doing chores. But anyway, one day I had, and it was a banana flavor BB Bat. And they were, if you never had them, they were taffy on a stick. And you could suck on them and make a real sharp point. Well, I had done that, and my brother, dumbass, was jumping on the bed over me. He was trying to bother me while I was trying to read, right? Well, he fell on top of me and poked that BB Bat down into my throat. My mom didn't have a car, so the neighbor, Esther, came around the block and got me and took me to the hospital where they sewed me up. And there was blood all over everywhere. And, yep. And my neighbor Esther and my doctor saved my miserable life. And that doctor was a resident. And he opened a... Well, my dad got off work and came to the hospital. And talking to the doctor. And he said he was a resident. And he was hoping to open up a GP there in the area. And Dad said, when you do, we will come to you. And the doctor who sewed up my throat was my doctor until 1996 when I left Colorado. I went to him my entire life. BB Bat. Yep. Almost got killed on one of those. Pez dispensers. Big Hunk. I love Big Hunk. I almost died by candy, Kathleen. That is the absolute truth. Atomic Fireballs. You can still get these. The Jetsons. Candy Sprockets. Reed Cinnamon Lifesavers. Bottle caps. I don't know how long those have been around. That was, I think, a newer kind of toy. Chiclet gum. Sugar Daddy. Candy buttons. God, I loved candy buttons. Now, this is probably one of my all-time favorite drawings. I don't know why, but I used metallic ink on it, and I just feel like I got everything right on this one. The lettering isn't the greatest down in here, and it's smeared a little bit, but I think where the highlights and the shading and everything is, this may be one of my very favorite drawings of all times. Candy necklace. Wax lips. Okay, I don't think I did wax lips, but I did. Oh, yes, I did. Wait, Rachel, it's coming. The orange wax whistles. Candy corn and candy pumpkins. And there's the fangs wax chewing gum, but I didn't do the lips. Well, the lips were part of the fangs. So that was a fun year. I liked the candy. I've never finished the cover. Oh, well, shoot me. 2019, which I kind of agree. I thought this was 2020, but apparently not. So what I did for this one was kind of what I did for this year when I did mine. I went ahead and did the line art and then made it into its own little seed packet and watercolored it. But I need to find a better way to stick the seed packet on there. So there was a black and white and a color. See, the double-sided tape isn't holding the seed packets. These were, actually, I'm going to be quite honest, these were kind of a pain in the ass. I did them, and I enjoyed doing them. And the reason I chose these, along with the candy and the cartoons, is I like doing the lettering. And so I chose them not only for the vintage aspect of them, but the lettering. And then this year I didn't have to do any lettering. So I need to figure out a way to get these seed packets to stay on there. I really like the cucumber. I think it came out great. But I think that's true of all my art. Sometimes I'm just really, really happy with the results, and other times I'm like, you could have spent a little more time. You could have done better. You know, like, I'm a little harsh on myself, but yeah. But so this year's kind of a continuation on this, because I did flowers, and then I did them just the line art, and then the color version. So I need to straighten this book up. That one I still have the fold marks and register marks on, because I had to do that for all of them to make the seed packet, right? The radish, I like the radishes. They came out pretty good. So a lot of you haven't been around to see some of this. Dahlias. Petunia. This one I think I did good because you know how petunias have that velvety look? You just want to touch them and rub your hand. This one, I don't know how I did it or how it worked out, but this one in real life, when you look at it, it looks velvety. Like you could just touch it and it's velvet. Turnips. Forget-me-nots. Heck, a lot of these I did this year again. Because I do forget-me-nots. I didn't do Canterbury bells. Green beans, I like this one. I think I did really good on the vintage packaging. Snapdragon. Watermelon. I think I did good on the watermelon run too. This is the first time you're seeing them? Okay. Nasturtium. Plumeria. This seed packet is probably my favorite. I love the Plumeria. I just think I did really good on it. Early peas. I need to bind these. Get this seed packet in there and get them bound. This one's very pretty. And then for the 31st was pumpkin seeds. And that's it. And that one I put elastic on just to keep it all together. And then 2020, let me see, where's my phone? Thanks, Lena. Sometimes I do better than others. This year I was a little bit of a slacker, but it's okay. You people missed out. So they did, right, Rachel? They missed out on so much cool stuff by not being old. You used to be able to ride your bike without a helmet. Used to be you could ride in a car without a seatbelt. Like, you could literally take your life in your hands every day and nobody got in your business. You just did what you wanted. All right, let's go to my own page. Dee Dee posted a raccoon. I'll come back and like that later. Let's see. They should be on here. Okay, it looks like there's the cartoons. What year did I say I did the cartoons? 2017. But I know Captain Caveman. I thought this stored this crap in here by date. Hunky UPS. Okay, there's the seed packets. Looking. You know, one year we did just prompts among ourselves, and all of these were those prompts, and they came out really good. I like doing those. I did those in the Beast. Okay, there's the candy. There's another book here somewhere. I know there is. There's the cartoons. Maybe not. But I didn't skip a year, I'm sure. Now I'm going to go crazy trying to figure it out. Maybe I did it on Facebook. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I have here. And then this year's, of course. So I'm done with this year's. So there's all the Inktovers. I should bind them all in one book, huh? If I ever find 2020. Because I know I did last year's. I'm wondering if I wouldn't use the wrong year, would I? But that would still mean that I'm missing something else. All right. Now I've got a mystery to solve. All right. I got to read chat. Thanks, Barbara. I think we did have a good childhood, even though every day it was danger, danger, danger. Yeah, when you fell off your bike, you got a little smooch on your knee. I probably didn't. She probably said, "Get your ass back outside." Hi, Dorothy. Thank you, Brenda. Yeah, Mercurochrome, man, they put that crap on you and it stung and you wanted to cut your leg off. I mean, I'm not kidding. That was like reason for amputation. Just amputate my leg and be done with it. So, all right, you guys, I've got to fix the charm and go through the fib art and see if we've done this before, but I think I've done everything I intended to do today. And you guys tell me whether or not you want me to do a Zentangle list for November. I probably will go ahead and do November. I mean, I'll still try and draw every day. So, but y'all decide if you want to continue doing the daily prompts or not. I don't really care. Y'all got to tell me. Yeah, iodine to see how bad you could squeal, or alcohol. So that was our little journal for today. I sure appreciate you guys coming. Late for tea, went without. Late for school, you got the cane. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with beating a kid's butt when he deserves it or desperately needs it. Yeah, but it was the mercurochrome, right? Or was it the iodine? One of them was colored so that if you put it on you, like you could take 8 baths and it would still be that color. Okay, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to go find something else to do. I appreciate you being here. I will go back, Rachel, and find what you told me and write it on there. All right, I'll go back and read chat later and get that information, Rachel. Okay, you guys, go do something fun and or productive. And I'll catch you next week. Thank you. Be kind. Love you. See you. Bye.